Colorado has seen a string of devastating truck crashes. Now, a Supreme Court ruling will change who can be held responsible when a dangerous trucking company causes a wreck. Our Mark Salinger starts us off with that.
On Colorado's roadways, there's a complicated web of who's responsible for the trucks driving next to us.
At least up until last week, it was the Wild West.
When a truck crashed, who could be sued was dependent on where it happened. A new Supreme Court ruling changes that.
What this case does is it says, look, brokers out there have a duty. They have a duty to make sure that they are using due diligence, for example, in finding a safe motor carrier.
Grant Lawson is the managing partner for Colorado at the law firm for truck safety. The firm brought together a coalition that just won a unanimous ruling from the Supreme Court. It holds brokers accountable for who's paid to be on the road.
A shipper hires a broker. A broker is a middleman. A broker then goes out and finds a trucking company, a motor carrier, to then accept this load and take this load across the country and drop it off.
Every year, more than 5,000 people die in crashes involving commercial trucks across the country. The decision states that brokers can now be sued and held responsible for truck crashes and deaths.
It's going to change the safety for all of us on the road.
Lawson is still in the middle of a federal lawsuit over a 2022 truck crash in Weld County that killed a family of 5. The Postal Service hired a company to carry mail, which then hired a subcontractor. That case likely wouldn't be impacted here because a federal contractor is involved. But the impacts of this ruling are massive for an industry that's seen a lot of high-profile crashes here in Colorado.
Did the broker not do its job in putting an unsafe trucking company and driver out on the road? That's going to be the question.
Before this ruling, a broker could put a truck on the road caring first and foremost about money and getting paid without the fear of being held legally liable if something bad happened. Now that broker can be held responsible in a crash. There's also the incentive there that they could get sued if something bad happens if they put somebody on the road that they say doesn't have a good safety record.
This addresses one of a couple of issues that you've been following.
Yeah, Grant Lawson there, who I spoke with, who knows this stuff very, very well here in Colorado, says that another big problem that they're seeing right now is trucking companies with bad safety records shutting down one day, then reopening the next day under a different name. They call them chameleon companies because they just kind of switch shapes and switch names just to stay on the road.
Mark Salinger, thank you.